Hey everybody, welcome back to Successify, where we've been working on our series, Happiness is a Habit, where we look at the habits of chronically happy people. What are the things that these people are doing all the time that helps them to just be happy and stay positive, even in tough times? Today we're going to talk about a really great one. Happy people are in the habit, what I call a habit of gratitude. They express gratitude. They're grateful for things that they have. There's a popular phrase that says, the happiest people aren't those that have everything. It's the people that make the most of everything that they have. I found that to be true as I've lived in, visited countries where the standard of living is extremely low. We'd call it poverty or maybe even below poverty. And I found some of the happiest people I've ever met in my life in those situations. I've been in homes that were basically plywood and some sheet metal nailed together, one room, and the whole family eats there and they sleep there and they play there. They do everything in this one room that can barely even keep out the elements. And yet, what that home lacks in size or beauty or even stability, it makes up for it in the happiness and the love and the joy that these people would have. And that seems like such a paradox probably for so many of us, is how could you be happy in those situations? What I found is that they never ever complained. I never heard them complaining, oh, our house has this, we don't have this, I wish we had this. All the time though, as they would sit around and eat food together, as they would pray together, they would express gratitude that they had a house, express gratitude that they had food on their table. That is such a neat thing to see, and such a neat principle, because I think we've lost that a little bit. Well, probably a lot. We've probably lost that a lot. In the United States, we have more abundance than probably 99% of the world. Yet we're always among one of the highest in suicide rates. And that doesn't seem like it would make sense. Why does that happen? I think it happens because we've started to link happiness to stuff, or the amount of stuff we can get. How much can we accumulate? And so we spend our time and our efforts trying to get bigger, better, more expensive, more stuff. Well, the problem is that there's always somebody that's going to have more stuff than you have. You're always going to be chasing bigger and better. You're never going to get the biggest and the best. And so what happens over time when you start to realize that there's always someone with more than you is you start to feel a little bit inadequate and maybe a little bit depressed because you just don't have enough stuff. Well, I want to remind you that happiness does not come from what you have around you. It doesn't come from external sources. Happiness comes from inside. It comes from habits you've developed. It comes from the way you feel inside. And really, what are you grateful for? Are you grateful for the things you have? That will give you happiness. So here's the challenge that I bring with this habit, is the next time that you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit depressed, feeling like, man, I just don't have enough. I wish we had this. I wish I had this. Take out a piece of paper, start to write down the things that you do have that you're grateful for. What are the things that maybe you're taking for granted throughout your day or in your life? Start to list those and imagine what life would be like if those were taken away. Because really, a lot of those are the important things. Those are the things that really matter. And if we can focus on those and how grateful we are for those, I promise you, you'll start to feel a lot happier in your life. Thanks so much for visiting today. I hope to see you next time.